Hey, what's up, people? Good afternoon to you. Good evening, whenever you're watching this. Listen, I just got finished watching the interview of Kev on Stage interviewing Fred Hammond. I loved it for many reasons. Fred Hammond's one of my favorite artists, writers, producers, arrangers, singers, a whole lot of different hyphens, whole lot of different categories. He's at least in my top three, and probably one on a couple of them. If I sit down and think about it. But I loved it also because Kev on Stage is one of my favorite content creators, not just because of his content, but his business model. But anyway, he was asking Fred a question about his beginnings with Radicals for Christ, and Fred told him in his story, I'd never heard this part of his testimony, he told him that he went to rehearsal one night, and he was all set to tell the members of Radicals for Christ, this is our last rehearsal. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where we're going. I don't have the answers. And he was just willing to just call it quits. But he said he had a room of 40 people that believed. They believed God. They believed in him, and it just sparked in me to just come on and just send this out publicly, to just thank every single person that has ever believed in me, that has worked with me. I'm talking about singers, talking about musicians, I'm talking about assistants, I'm talking about marketing people, I'm talking about execs, people that believed in me and what was in me, even when I didn't know what we were doing. Not knowing what the next step was. Thank you so much. It reminds me of a couple years ago when a couple members of a group that I formed years back, over 21 years ago. It's hard to believe it's been that long, but anyway, a couple of them on I believe it was Facebook, they started a conversation of reminiscing back in those days, and some of the things that they were saying, it brought me to tears just knowing that they just believed in me. A lot of times, I don't, if it's not right, I'm going to scrap it. And so listening to that story with Fred Hammond just really blessed me, because a lot of times you start out things and you don't know what the next step is. You don't know what the next move is. Where you are right now is frustrating because it don't sound right. It don't look good. It don't feel good. You don't have everything that you want together. It just, it's not how you want to present it to the world. But if God told you to do it, you go ahead and do it. If God told you to do X, Y, and Z, then you go ahead and do it. Do it ugly. If it's ugly right now, do it ugly. Just do what he told you to do. And so it reminds me. But I just wanted to thank all of you. I'm going to try to tag as many of you as I can, that I can think of, because anybody that knows me, good and well, I'm not going to spend that much time on the phone making phone calls and stuff like that. But you know me, you know my heart, I love you. But I just wanted to share that, just to do this publicly, to thank everybody. For those that said, when the money was the issue, it was like, don't worry about the money. I'm not worried about the money. Let's do it. I believe in you. That's something powerful to hear somebody say, I believe in you. I believe in the God in you. And that's a beautiful thing. And I love you all for it. And I'm going to speak to those that I have not worked with yet, and that those I have not even met before, or met yet, I should say. I thank you for believing in me. I thank you for believing in the God that's in me, that's working in me. So love y'all. Have a great day.